Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to this edition of Reporter's Notebook. I have a guest that has not been here for a while, but I'm super excited.
About time.
Well, you know what, Mr. Dean, we have missed you on this little segment that we do, Reporter's Notebook.
I miss you guys. It's been a few weeks.
It has been a few weeks.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. I was here. I worked. Okay. Mm-hmm. How's yours?
I worked too, but but the beauty of working mornings is when you get off, it's like, oh, I have a whole day to myself.
Right? So yeah.
So it was good though.
What did you do for Thanksgiving?
I cooked too much food and I ate too much food. My mom, we talked about her coming, but we were just like, the safest, smartest option is for you to stay in Virginia, and so that's what she did. So we kind of did like a little virtual Thanksgiving. We FaceTimed and ate dinner together. So that's amazing. That is so awesome that you can still celebrate. So a Thursday night during a pandemic. No.
Right, yeah. And today is December 1st, first day of Christmas month. So I'm super excited.
24 days until Christmas.
I know. I'm super excited. Okay, so let's get into what your story was for today.
Well, great segue. Speaking of Christmas, so a Pitt County man, his name is Gary Davis. He has a special spot in his heart for young people here in Pitt County, but specifically kind of narrowing it down even more, kids in the Pitt County foster care system. And so with that passion that he has made it his sole mission this holiday season to make sure that these young people have toys under their tree. Because, in a year of instability, and a lot of times, sometimes foster kids can have a little bit of unstable lives, sometimes moving from home to home, meeting new families all the time. And he just wanted to give them some sense of comfort and joy during this holiday season. And it's just great. So he's doing a toy drive, and he's partnered with 6 different businesses here in the area to serve as Dropbox locations, where you all can, if you feel so led to, drop a toy from a G.I. Joe action figure to race cars, whatever, Barbie dolls, whatever kids like, you can drop it in those boxes. And of course, Victoria will link you to that story so that you know where those locations are. But really, he's been in contact with Pitt County's Department of Social Services. They are ecstatic about his efforts. They're appreciative. And it just really gives you hope. It's corny, but hope for humanity. But it's really great to see somebody do something for somebody else during a time where, we all need something, whatever it may be. So it's just really great. So that was my story this morning. So yeah.
How did you come across that story?
So Mr. Gary Davis, he is my frat brother. We are both members of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and he had reached out to me, and I didn't even know he was doing this. He reached out to me and said, he was like, "Hey, frat, I'm trying to do this." He was like, I'm trying to touch as many, spread the word out as best as I can. As a reporter, I couldn't turn this down. A lot of times, especially lately since this pandemic started, we report on the COVID numbers, the COVID deaths, vaccine this, impacts to businesses and people's lives, unemployment. It's been a lot of blah. But to turn around and to be able to do a story like this, a very happy, hopeful story, something that can really put a smile on your face, and then in turn put a smile on the kid's face, I was just like, I have to jump on it. So, it's one of those situations where, I got to tap into one of my community connections, and
And that's something that I do want to kind of touch on, is the fact that we do appreciate the story ideas that we get from the public.
We honestly really, really do. It can be a challenge, because a lot of us are not from here. Most of your favorite news people, we would consider like implants. We come from somewhere else, and we come here to work and to serve this community through our journalism and things like that. But you all live here. You all know the ins and the outs. You all know the ups and the downs, all this stuff, and we really do honestly appreciate it. Because while we're digging for this, for you all to be like, "Hey, look at this," it really does mean a lot. And this is one of those situations where, Gary, he's from here. He, like I said, he has his passion for working with young people. He was even telling me, Victoria, that a family member, or not necessarily a family, but someone really close to him, was just recently adopted out of the foster care system. And he's even in the process of trying to become a foster parent himself. So as you can tell, he has a passion for this. It really hits a spot in his heart. And, you can't beat it. You just can't beat it.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially during these times.
And so I just kind of want to wrap up a few things. Yeah. You said that there is an article online.
Yes.
Yes. And then when it comes to the article attached to this reporter's notebook, I will link that article as well as the locations of where these Dropbox locations are, so that people, if they have the money, if they have, the resources to give, they can go ahead and try to.
It could be a thing from just a pack of tennis balls, just something that kids will enjoy, or that they'll open and be like, wow, this is really cool. Because you just never know what a child is facing, in those situations.
And I'm going to put you in the hot seat for a second.
Okay.
There's another thing going. No. This isn't anything. It's another story that you're doing today, and I kind of want to let the don't look shocked. You know what I'm talking about. It's not a story, but what you're going to be doing today. Yes, that's right. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You're hosting. You're going to be an MC.
Yeah, so the Family Support Network here in Eastern North Carolina, they're an organization that literally supports families with special needs children. And when, the name says it all, it's literally a network of families that come together and support families with special needs children. Literally, and that literally the name says it all. And these families this organization does support groups. They host inclusive activities, all of those things. And one of their major fundraisers that they have is their Festival of Trees. So right now at the Greenville Convention Center, you and your family can go social distance with a mask on to see 45 different sponsored and themed trees. They're beautiful. And I was just there when they were setting up. Beautiful. So they're doing that from now until the 23rd is when you can go view, from 8:30 to 5, 7 days a week. But today at 4 o'clock is the virtual event, because COVID, a lot of things have gone virtual. So it's the Facebook Live event that I'll be the MC for. We'll kind of go through the trees, kind of take a look at them, talk to the sponsors as to why they really want to support the Family Support Network, and things like that. So you can check that out on the Family Support Network ENC Facebook page, starting today at 4 o'clock.
So you are just super, super busy.
Busy man.
Yes. And then even when I asked you to do this reporter's notebook, you're like, we got to do it right now.
I was like, yeah, we got to do this right now. I was like, I got things to do.
So I greatly appreciate you taking the time to sit and talk to our audience. And of course, this is always fun to have you as a guest. So
and I'm always glad to be here. Thank you.
Of course. All right, everyone. I hope everyone has a great evening, and I will see you on another edition of Reporter's Notebook.